I wanted to investigate the curious case of Marion apparitions. That is, Mary appearing to people even though she's not alive on the earth anymore. I did it by examining what's in the Bible to see whether God left us a breadcrumb to believe in what they claim or not. So let's consider the transfiguration in Matthew 17:1. And after 6 days Jesus taketh Peter, James, and John, his brother, and bringeth them up to an high mountain apart, and was transfigured before them, and his face did shine as the sun, and his raiment was as white as the light. And behold, there appeared unto them Moses and Elias talking with him. Now this is the only example I can find that is actually sanctioned by God where a dead person appears to somebody who's living. Of course, the problem with this is that Jesus appeared with him, and so obviously he was making it happen. But for a person to appear without God is really what we're looking for. The final example is Saul, the first king of Israel, seeking Samuel, the dead prophet. This is in 1 Samuel chapter 28, verse 7. Then Saul said unto his servants, Seek me a woman that hath a familiar spirit, which is a demon, that I may go to her and inquire of her. And his servant said to him, Behold, there's a woman that hath a familiar spirit at Endor. So Saul went there and found the woman, starting in verse 11. Then said the woman, Whom shall I bring up to thee? And he said, Bring me up Samuel. And then verse 14, and he said unto her, What form is he of? And she said, An old man cometh up, and he's covered with a mantle. So here we have the final case of a dead person appearing to somebody. The only problem with this is that it obviously is not of God. Saul had to use a witch, a person with a familiar spirit, in order to conjure up this person to be able to communicate with them. Whenever we're talking about the case of an apparition, the only examples that we have in the Bible are God being with the person, which means obviously he's making it happen, or a witch and or demon is involved in the encounter. There's never a scenario where just a person appears by themselves with the claim that God is making it happen. Remember, God said that he will not give his glory to another. So the idea that God is allowing these appearances and people are relying upon the person who's appearing instead of God robs God of his glory, and it's not in his character.